Hey guys! Today we're doing the Virgo Health and Healing reading for July. I feel like I had to show up and show out for the Virgos because, I'm a Virgo and, we just really had to do the damn thing today. And I'm feeling good. The sun is shining and I'm feeling cute. Okay. Okay. Um, all right, sorry, I was just looking over some notes here. So, in case you don't already know, my name is Vanessa. I talk all about higher consciousness living and how you can't be healthy without healing mind, body, and spirit. The sole purpose of the health and healing readings are to align the interconnection between mind, body, and spirit. Because when our mind is off, our body is off. When our body is off, our spirit is off, and vice versa, all in between. Okay, so what we are focusing on for this reading is getting into true alignment between mind, body, and spirit so we could fully function as our healthiest, highest, best, and most vibrant self. And when you're in that space, that means that you're in the space to master manifest. You're in the space to properly release what is no longer serving you and draw things in that are aligned with you because you're in the correct consciousness to fully understand what is serving you and what is not. Okay. So the way we're going to do that is by focusing on the 5 categories that make up our overall health and well-being. Those 5 categories include diet, sleep, movement, mindset, and meditation. So I pull cards based on each one of those categories and figure out what it is. We're going to break it down and figure out what it is that we need to do, Virgo, to bring alignment to each one of those aspects of our lives so we can function at our highest. Okay. In case you're not already subscribed to the Soul Collective, I 10 out of 10 recommend. It is my weekly newsletter that I send out every single Sunday. And I just give you some mindful messages and intentional practices that you can use and incorporate to help you navigate your week ahead. Okay. It is my favorite thing to do. And it's just a little something to get your week going. Okay. You can do that. You can subscribe to that by clicking the link in my bio. It is free to join. Okay. As well as I am accepting personal bookings for readings. So if you're wanting a personal reading or if you're wanting a personal health and healing reading, I got you. So you can click the link in my bio for that as well. And also I am in the works of restocking all of my candles. So there are still a lot in stock, but there's also a lot out of stock. And so I will be getting those restocked hopefully by the end of next week. Fingers crossed. So it's coming. Okay, because I've been getting a lot of people ask me about what's going on with the candles. They're coming. Anyway, let me see. Is that all for today? I think that is. Okay, so Virgo, I feel really good today. I feel like, I'm not going to lie to you, I feel like I've been experiencing some spiritual attack. And sometimes I have to ask myself, is it me or is it energy that I feel like is being thrown at me? And that's when usually I can kind of decipher it. Sometimes it's hard to decipher between the two, but lately, like, I was feeling so good, and then just like out of nowhere, it was just like some really hard energy that it was just like kind of came out of nowhere, and I was like, where is this even coming from? So when that kind of happens to me, I'm like, you know what? I really feel like there's a spiritual attack that's going on, which basically means that there could be, some evil eyes on you, somebody sending you subconscious or conscious negativity, things like that. And so what I had to do is just really just get into my protection ritual bag, okay? And really just get back on my rituals, because me being gone for the whole month of June traveling, I wasn't on top of it like I usually am. And now that I took a few days to really get my shit my energy right and tight, now I feel like such a difference in my mood, my vibrancy, my vitality, all these things. But however, I do feel like on a personal note and taking accountability is like I could use some improvement in some of these aspects of my life. Like my sleep hasn't been great. My diet could definitely be better. But we're going to really just dive in and figure out what we need to do. Hi Mia, I miss you too. You're so beautiful and grown now. My goodness. You're doing so wonderful. Um okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off with diet. Okay? So we have the cards pulled for that. They're ready to go. So for diet, we have stomach, energy, the crossroads, and create space. Okay, so this literally just checked me. This just checked me because um I've been really hard on myself about like my eating lately, and this is not something I've necessarily like verbalized and like talked about um with even like my partner or really anybody. I've just been feeling like I'm not being as disciplined as I usually am. And I think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that I traveled so much last month. And I think it's just all catching up to me. And the energy just feels a little heavy. I feel bloated. Like my stuff. It's like last month when I was doing these readings, I was doing my fast. And I was feeling so good after that. And then the following week, we traveled. And we were traveling basically all after that until like last week. And so um it like I wasn't as routine and structured as I usually am, and I'm hello Virgo, I'm very routine and structured, and so I just feel like my I haven't been eating for vitality like I usually am. So I feel like my energy with this energy card, like the energy's been kind of drained. I've been eating, vegan meat when I usually don't do that. Okay. Like a lot of processed shit. Like we've been making like Beyond burgers on the grill and, shit like that I have no business eating, and we've been eating it. And so these things, I feel like they're starting to really catch up to me, and I don't like the way that I feel. And so what's causing this to do is for me to feel really hard on myself, because what we eat affects our energy, it affects our mood, it affects all these things. This is the reason why I do these readings in the first place. And I could tell that I've just been feeling really hard on myself. And basically what I need to do is just clean up my eating a little bit. Okay. And I feel like this probably resonate. Listen, I'm reading myself at this point, and if it resonates for you, then it resonates for you, because this is what I'm picking up on. Okay. Now, with this create space card, for me, this is just kind of telling myself to give myself a little bit of grace. Okay, give yourself a little grace. Listen, I know we like to be on our P's and Q's, and then when we're not on our shit, we're really hard on ourselves. So, this is just saying, life has a balance, and don't get stuck in the rut and the scrutiny of like staying so far disciplined. Like sometimes you're gonna fall off, but it's a matter of like getting back on the horse. I feel like with the stomach card, there definitely be some digestion issues, a little IBS, okay, maybe some bloating, maybe your menstrual cycles have been more severe than usual, like a lot of cramping, things like that, during PMS and all that stuff. And these are representations of what we put in our body, like especially for women, our menstrual cycles, like how we feel that month is really just a report card of like what we did the month leading to that cycle. So if you're having like a really really hard, like really extreme PMS symptoms, or a lot of like major cramping, backache, stuff like that, that means that your diet probably wasn't that great, okay, during that previous month. And so it's a matter of like the elimination process of like, okay, what is not working for me anymore. Like for me, I've been going a little too crazy on the gluten. I usually don't do that, and I I can feel it and I can see it. Okay. Cause like I'm starting to get like these rashes on my skin like I used to from eating gluten. I'm starting to like my feet I get this crazy symptom for like I've had it for years and it went away when I stopped eating gluten. But my feet get like fire hot. Like they're so hot like I'm stepping on lava or something. And so I have to go rinse my feet off in the tub in like ice cold water. And I noticed like that's coming back. It's just, like I got some things to clean up, and it really, this is affecting my energy, and I feel like this is kind of causing this like low vibration of like feeling hard on myself, comparing myself to others. It's just kind of like causing me to be in this lower frequency on top of like what I was already feeling. So it was just kind of like a double whammy, and it wasn't good. So this is a call for us to really go through the elimination diet again, or process, I should say, not a diet, and really figure out what it is that's not really working for us and what is not serving our energy and vitality. Because it's summertime. It's nice out now. Like we should be putting things in our body that uplift us, make us feel vibrant, make us feel bright. And if it's not making you feel that way, then get rid of it. Like really, we should be sticking to lighter foods, not so heavy, starchy foods and carbs and things like that. Like we need to just keep it a little bit lighter, a little bit more refreshing, something that gives us the energy that we need to be productive like we usually like to be and get our shit done. Okay. Next, we have sleep, immune system, the moon, the rhythms of fate, and the tickings of time. Check to self. And soulmate. Okay. So with this immune system card, um, I don't know why I feel like I said this like not last month or the month before that or something. One of the previous readings that I'd done for Virgo, this literally came up. I feel like this is us in the front and the like million of tasks that we have on our mind that we want to do and get accomplished. And it's like prioritizing. Like, what do I need to prioritize and which ones need to come first? And I feel like I've been having a really hard time sleeping, and I know it comes from me feeling like I need to get shit done. I wake up like at 4 a.m. feeling like I need to start working. I need to like catch up on shit that I haven't been doing, especially because I was gone all last month. So I'm like, I feel so behind, and I just feel like I have not been getting a restful night's sleep. And I've been so tired in the morning because I don't like really get into like a super deep sleep in the middle of the night. Like sometimes I don't even get into a REM state because it's like, when you're like asleep, but you can still hear you're still thinking. That's what's been happening to me lately. And I hate when that happens because I feel like I'm just missing out on my REM sleep, which is so important for like your mood. And I feel like I've been lacking that. So, with the moon card, when I see this card, I just think of like an influx of emotions, overwhelm, um, in your own head, your thoughts, stuff like that. And it's like literally this is me. Okay. Like the moon is shining. It's middle of the night and my ass is laying there, eyes wide open, thinking. Okay. Like that's literally, how I feel. And so really, if you resonate with this, if you feel like you're experiencing the same thing where you feel like you have so many things that you need to get done, but you're like, where am I going to find the time? And where am I going to do this and that and this? And really, we're going to gain more clarity on what needs to be prioritized the moment we start to pour into ourselves. Okay, so making our self-care and our spiritual hygiene at the forefront, taking care of your rituals, doing what you need to do for yourself, to make yourself feel good. Like today I was like, I have not worn makeup in literally so long. I just wanted to do that for myself. I'm like, you know what? Like, I need to get my little zhuzh zhuzhin today. Okay. And so, like, this is something I wanted to do for myself. Am I fucking going anywhere? No. Maybe I might go to the grocery store because it's like my favorite places to go. Maybe I'll go to Target. Like, but no, I'm not going anywhere. But I'm like, I wanted to do something that was going to uplift my energy and uplift my vibration so I could feel good, I could do good, and, be present for this and feel confident in doing it. And also, when you take this time for yourself in that way, you're going to naturally, the clarity is going to come. Okay. So when you naturally make yourself the forefront, okay, that's what it is. The first thing that you need to prioritize is your rest, your self-care, and your spiritual hygiene. Okay, those are the 4 things that need to be like tip-top shape. Like, are you eating what you're supposed to be eating? Are you nourishing yourself? Have you been drinking your water? Okay, did you wash your fucking hair because it's been dirty for the past week? Okay, like, these things, like taking care of you, because when you are in the state of like feeling uplifted just and confident within yourself, now all of the rest sorts itself out. Now you're like, okay, I feel good today. I got all of my shit done that I need to get done to make me to pour into myself. Now I can not pour from an empty cup. I have a full cup that I can pour all my energy into so I can accomplish all these other tasks. And now you have an even more clear idea of like, oh, this needs to come first. Okay, this, I need to execute this, and this. Once I finish with those, now we can jump to the next thing. Okay, so it's like the theme for us Virgos is make yourself feel good this month. Okay, when you pour all the energy into yourself, so that way then now that you have a full cup, you've poured all this energy into yourself, now you have the energy to pour it into everything else. Okay, so spiritual hygiene, personal hygiene, okay, making yourself feel like that bitch, okay, that is gonna do wonders. Confidence, all that good stuff. Saying your affirmations in the morning in the mirror, okay. Doing a little mask before bed, a face mask before bed, maybe playing some meditation music as you're winding down for sleep. Okay, so that way, when you prioritize yourself, now everything else starts to fall into line, and now you can actually get this restful night's sleep if you've been struggling in the same way that I have. Okay, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, then watch for your sun, moon, horizon signs. Okay, but part of me feels like we all kind of live the same life. Okay, for movement, we have muscles, manifestation. The primary problem with language is its magic. Visualize and soul tree. So definitely with movement and body, what I do feel like is moving your body with the intention to feel good after or during. Okay, so with this muscles cards, I feel like we're being called to utilize this a little bit more. Okay, maybe the energy is starting to get lifted. Maybe you have the energy now for a full hit 30-minute workout. Okay, now you have the energy to do a little, ab circuits. Okay, so it's like that, like utilizing your muscles a little bit more, maybe going outside, going for a run, maybe pushing a little bit more on the weights. If you don't typically work out, now's the time to get moving. Okay, and I feel like this is really going to help with one, confidence. I see yellow in this card and I automatically think of solar plexus, which rules our confidence. So this is going to help so much with confidence, how we show up for ourselves, how we show up for others, and just how we move through the world and with all the things that we want to do and accomplish, Virgo. Okay, we need to make ourselves a priority. And the way to make ourselves a priority is by moving our body the way that it's meant to be moved. And it needs to be moved. And so really just listening to your body and also moving your body to create the body that you desire and to also create the mood and energy that you desire. Like if you're wanting to feel soft and more connected to yourself and heighten your feminine energy, Pilates and yoga are going to be really, really good for that. Okay. Now, if you're wanting to feel strong and resilient and to push through and determined and disciplined and all those things, you're going to want to do something like strength training or boxing or something of that nature. Okay. So, really, visualizing with this visualize card, visualize a person that you really see yourself as. Okay. And then ask, how does this person that I desire to be, how does that person show up every day for themselves? How do they move their body? Okay. In which ways are they putting energy back into themselves through movement? Okay. Another thing that could really be helpful with this is even just like Reiki. Okay, doing some Reiki energy clearing would be really, really good, or getting a massage to work out the muscles if you're feeling a little extra sore or tight and tense lately. Maybe booking a massage or like a facial, anything that's going to really uplift the energy and kind of go more into that self-care ritual. Okay. Also, with the primary problem with language is its magic. Okay, stop being so hard on yourself. Get out of comparison mode. You're comparing yourself to everybody else and what they look like and what what they're wearing and how they dress and all of these things. Oh, I feel like this is so loud. Yeah, and I feel like the internal self-talk could be a little better. Okay, I feel like you're being a little hard on yourself. You may be in a little bit of a comparison mode. And this, I'm just here to tell you that you're doing the best that you fucking can. And maybe you need to get a little grounded because I see this little tree card. Go touch grass. Okay, bitch? Like, you're being a little too hard on yourself. Go touch grass. Get out in nature. Go to the beach, put on your fucking bathing suit and feel cute, and maybe go for a walk in the sunshine, lay under a tree in the park, read a book. Grounding rituals would be really great for you right now. It helps you feel more connected to yourself, helps you feel more connected to your purpose and to earth, and really helps enhance this vitality, high energy feeling that we're really aspiring to have and achieve and feel every single day. Okay, next we have mindset. So we have spleen, the high priestess, the star, yield to reality, nothing has gone wrong, and wellness. Okay, I already know what this is. We're in such a good place in life that we're just like, what's the catch? And so then you start to questioning yourself and you're like, is something going to go wrong? Or maybe you are in such a good space and then you find yourself in a fucking rut. It almost just feels like you sabotaged your way into it subconsciously. It's like there wasn't a problem, but you created one in your mind because you're so accustomed to having problems. And so this yield to reality card is just kind of like yield to your self-sabotaging patterns and behaviors that kind of stop you from living in gratitude and fulfillment. Because really, it's like the high priestess card, like this is like such a good card to have. Like we're feeling like that bitch, okay? But the problem is that we're too in our head to really embody the high priestess energy, okay? The high priestess, like she is that girl and she knows it, that she's that girl. She's sitting on her throne proudly. And I feel like we're almost there, but it's like, what is stopping you from putting on the crown? What is stopping you from sitting in the throne? It's like you're stopping. It's feelings of unworthiness, feeling undeserving, questioning yourself, self-doubt, lack of confidence, you know, uh, things like that. And it's like you start to get into your head and you feel like something has gone wrong, or it's something is about to go wrong. And that's why we got this card with the nothing has gone wrong card. It's like we're getting into our head a little bit too much, but it's like you're on the path that you're meant to be on. Like you're doing the work. You're getting yourself into alignment. You are on the track to achieving what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Your vibration has been uplifted. It is getting uplifted. And this is probably the best you've felt in a really long time. So what the fuck is a problem? It almost feels like really repressed emotions and feelings of lack of self-worth. And so I recommend some shadow work, asking yourself the hard questions of why am I sabotaging this? Why is it so hard for me to embrace where my life is at right now? I'm constantly worried about doing the next thing and accomplishing the next task and being in the next place in my life. And it's like, why can't I ever just sit here and be happy with where I'm at? And so these are the dark questions that you kind of have to ask yourself and really get to the root of it so you can fully understand why you have these self-sabotaging subconscious patterns of kind of psyching yourself out of something that's going really good in your life. Okay. So the best way I can really help with this is by telling you that get into gratitude like as often as you can. Absolutely every day. But like how many times throughout the day do you just sit there and you're like, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful my life looks like this. I'm so grateful for the body that gets me through the day. I'm so grateful for the water I have to drink. I'm so grateful for my partnership. I'm so grateful. Like there's so many things to get into gratitude about. And the thing is that we are constantly focusing on the things that could go wrong and kind of fucking up our flow, and especially our flow of abundance. We get into our heads so much that it kind of stops this flow and it creates this resistance to now we're not even creating the flow is not flowing anymore. It's at a halt. We're at a standstill. Now we're feeling stagnant. Now the energy is low. Now we're not feeling any vitality or high frequency. Now we're in a rut and in our fucking heads. And really the main thing to focus on is that self-care and our wellness, nourishing ourselves, doing what we need to do to stay in alignment, be in alignment, and keep our spirits high and in good health. Okay. So also that leads me to the next um, category, which is meditation. But one thing we really need to be focusing on is getting into meditation and being in stillness and really just sitting in ourselves with ourselves and sitting in this gratitude. So, like I said, that leads me to last but not least, we have meditation. So we have small intestine, the emperor, the veil is thin, and inner voice. I see this card and I just think of like this really dark, heavy energy that kind of follows us. And really what this is unaddressed and repressed emotions. And really this kind of feels like it stems from like childhood. And we are in Cancer season, okay? And so Cancer season, what you may find yourself being more during this time than previous times. So what is MII? Is emotional. I personally have been so fucking emotional lately. It's been like ridiculous. Like I want to cry and I don't even know why. I'm like, why do I feel like crying right now? What the fuck is going on in Cancer season? What, like, is this how cancers feel every single day? Because this is too much. This is way too much energy, way too much emotions for me. I can't do it. But I feel like during this Cancer season, Virgo, a lot of your repressed emotions, because that's what we do. We repress all these emotions and act like we're perfectly fucking fine, and that's how we end up being the strong friend and the mom of the group and helping everybody else out because we seem like we're doing perfectly a-okay. When really the issue is that we don't even like to feel emotions, so we repress them and just focus on everybody else's emotions and tell them how to get through it, but then we don't even fucking apply it to our own shit, okay? And so what this is showing me is that during this Cancer season, we need to get into some self-reflection, into some shadow work, allow ourselves to feel this energy and move through it, taking some spiritual baths to help rid ourselves of this energy. I mentioned Reiki during the movement category, but Reiki could be really beneficial to help kind of clear out this heaviness. Um, the Veil is Thin card, this shows me that this is a great time to get into communication with your ancestors and your spirit guides. Um, this is a time to tend to your altars. Okay, if you have an altar, light a candle, have, keep a nice glass of water, fresh water at your altar, some libations, and put photos up of past loved ones, paying homage, leaving a plate of food for your ancestors, sitting there and talking to them, asking for guidance and for clarity, for strength and support. Good. Thanks for allowing me to follow and watch. Oh, Jen! You're amazing, Jen. Thank you for hanging out with me. um, and so this is a great time to tend to your altar. Okay, so this is a great time to get into communion with um, loved ones, past loved ones, and asking for their support and upliftment to help clear the roads for where it is that you're trying to go. Okay. Um, and last but not least, inner voice. So really just getting into some moments of stillness, being out in nature, like I said, spending time by yourself, with yourself, cutting out distractions like, TV, music, uh, you know, um, social media. I mean, I don't know why I drew a blank, but things like that that are kind of like stop distracting you from sitting with your thoughts. I feel like this is a really good time in order to embrace this darker repressed energy that we just vary and we don't really address head on. this is the time to ask for the support to have come to the forefront what needs to come to the forefront of our consciousness and address any pain, anger, resentment, anything like that, so we can move forward and go about so we can just move forward and be in a brighter space, in a happier space, in a space of gratitude, and fully embracing where we are and not having these feelings of self sabotage or unworthiness or lack of self love, really. And so, with this inner voice card, just really getting in tune with yourself, getting tapped in with, the voice of God that's in your head, like really listening to spirit and really listening to where it's trying to lead you, listening to your intuition, using your discernment, your proper judgment on whatever decisions it is that you need to make and push through, overcoming your own inhibitions, okay, figuring out what you need to do to overcome these inhibitions that are stopping you from being where you want to be, who you want to become. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Virgo, you're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay. We are fine. It's just a matter of, we focus on everybody else so much that we don't really take the time to focus on the dark parts of ourselves that are just leave unaddressed, because what we do is we distract ourselves by helping everybody else out with their shit and trying to fix everybody else and criticize them and what they need to fucking do. The problem is that we need to take that energy, stop helping everybody else, and help yourself. Okay, it's been far too long. We've been helping all these motherfuckers all the goddamn time, and it's time to help yourself and help you get to this state of flow, state of abundance, and vitality and confidence and feeling like that girl. Okay. Well, thanks for sitting with me on this glorious Friday Junior, as Jen likes to call it. Thanks, Jen, for that. I love that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your month. If this resonated, I would love to know. And I will see you guys later for the August. Oh my gosh, August reading. Bye.